I notice that every time you're a second option, you get that maybe. You always get maybes when you're a second option. But when you're the first option, you never get maybes. You always get a hard yes. Because maybe, if you're a maybe, that means you're
like a boss.
Two explanations, two metaphors to help you guys explain why they say maybe, right? And all you need is a little empathy to understand this. Because when we like someone and when we want to get a reaction out of them, we're not really being empathetic. What we're doing is being self-absorbed. We're not observing them. We're just asking, I hope they like me. What do they think of me? Am I saying the right thing? So even though they say I don't like you, you're not gonna even listen to that because you're so desperate. So if they say I don't like you, you're gonna say, what can I do to make them like me? You're not listening. You're not observing reality, right? So if you just observe reality, it'll make it clearer. And that's why it's a little hard to understand the opposite sex when you are in a desperate state of mind and you're needy and you like them, and that's very normal. So let's find out what do they mean when they say maybe. Look, first of all, imagine a crackhead, okay? What's one of the most important things about being a crackhead is that you really want crack. You want it with all your soul. In fact, they call you a fiend. And by the way, check out my new channel, Professor Alex. It's a channel that I created where I talk about spirituality, self-help, and topics like the ones you see here. It's completely different from the men's channel. So click on that right now, and there you'll be able to get 3 or 4 videos per week that you will never find on this channel. Okay, subscribe right now or else I'm closing it. So look, a crackhead really wants crack, right? And the way I see love is that love literally works on the same parts of the brain that crack does, all right? The same parts, the same desire, the same compulsions you feel when you're on crack, the same thing you feel when you're in love. The same pain and withdrawal symptoms you're gonna feel when you're not doing your drug, the same thing you're gonna feel with crack, right? You might lose your hunger. Heck, even with crack, you don't even get hungry. But one of the most important things about crackheads is that they're consistent. One of the most important things about crackheads is that the way they talk with an air of certainty. They don't say, hey, crackhead, did you want to do crack, Bob the crackhead? And Bob is like, maybe. Think about that. Do you really want crack if you say maybe to that? Of course not. You gotta understand. People are addictive creatures. When somebody likes you, what they're really saying is that they're addicted to you. It's that simple. It is that simple. So when you ask yourself whether or not this person likes me, what you're asking is, how addicted are they to me, right? So that's one thing. See it from a crackhead's perspective, and that will actually, you'll be surprised. That will bring a lot of clarity. Why? Because the things about crackheads is that they have a routine and they're consistent. And there's no such thing as I don't have enough money for crack, or I don't have enough time for crack. There's no such thing as that, right? And also, when somebody's addicted to crack, they're willing to sacrifice their self-esteem, their values, their life for you. Their decision-making goes down. So when somebody really likes you, their decision-making quality goes down. They'll sacrifice their self-esteem. They'll sacrifice things that you think are stupid for this person. They'll sacrifice their image. They'll sacrifice their reputation for them, right? So there's no rational thinking. So along with crack is that crackheads never say maybe to drugs. They never say maybe. Hey, do you want to do crack tomorrow? Maybe. No, they don't. Understand that it's a compulsion. It's a compulsion that you shouldn't be able to control. Because when somebody is able to wait for you, when somebody has the patience for you, where they'll say maybe, yeah, sure, maybe let's hang out on Friday. I haven't made plans yet. When they don't see you and think, you know what? As soon as they say they're free, I want to make plans. If there's no compulsion, if there's that they have to think about it, that they have to see what comes up, you are not number one priority. And you gotta understand, one of the things about drug addicts is that their drug is the number one priority. When somebody likes you, even in the beginning, they may not have love, but they definitely have that compulsion. That compulsion to try something new. Because my thoughts, you thinking of being with me, you thinking of hanging out with me, should release dopamine in your brain. It should bring excitement. It should make your blood become pump more, right? It should give you energy. So you shouldn't be tired. You're not gonna ask whether or not I'm gonna be tired to see you. Why? Because when the thought of going out with someone that you like, shut up, birds. When the thought of going out with someone that you like comes, comes up, it brings excitement. It brings energy. But when you don't like the person, for the love of God, they destroy your energy. So maybe always means no.